而国会下午花了将近4个小时辩论保险修正法案。
那发言的议员关注的课题就包括政府是否有必要紧急提出这项修正案，以及修正案会不会影响我国的经商环境等。
Whether it's healthcare，
16位后座议员针对这项修正案发言，有议员担心修正案条文是否清晰透明，也有议员质疑相关的政府部门是否出现沟通不良的问题。
On the assumption that the government was neither willfully withholding information from one governmental agency to another, nor to a direct question posed by a member of parliament, then at the least, there appears to have been multiple breakdowns of communication between different governmental entities in the exchange of pertinent information over the transaction.
What exactly does public interest mean in this context? Will there be clear guidelines to ensure decisions are made transparently and not subject to varying interpretations? Transparency is key when invoking public interest. How can we ensure that those affected have a clear understanding of the reasoning behind these decisions?
Has the government ascertained, or will it be taking steps to ascertain, how is it that Income could negotiate, agree and attempt to execute a deal with Allianz that included initiatives that could have resulted, or rather would have resulted, in share capital reduction, the opposite of its representations to MCCY at the time of corporatization?
也是执总副秘书长的总理公署高级政务部长陈国明回应时表示，执总虽然是执总创优企业合作社的股东，并委托创优企业合作社董事会做出商业决定，但没有参与日常运营。对交易中的减资计划，也是从部长声明中获知的。
Specific to this transaction, NTUC Central Committee was briefed by NE and Income on the strategic imperatives for the deal, and did not highlight to the Central Committee the capital reduction plan.
两位部长也针对议员的其他提问作出答复。
The decision to take this step was not one that was taken lightly. It was after very careful, deliberate consideration, and even after that, it was decided that we ought to do this in as narrow a way as possible, as I had explained in Parliament on Monday.
Information provided to MAS as part of its supervisory dealings with financial institutions, including Income and Allianz, is confidential and not normally shared with other government agencies. We recognize that companies submit such information for a specific regulatory purpose and not to enable general government evaluation.
也有议员担心，政府紧急修正法案是否会影响我国吸引投资者。
我们对于临时修订法令以阻止这项交易的行为存有疑虑。这个做法开创了一个令人感到不安的先例。我们认为，政府应尽可能利用现有的法律来评估一项交易能否获得批准。
While I fully support the amendments in the interests of the public, would we be setting a precedent where investors need to factor in potentially unexpected changes to regulations?
We must strike a careful balance between necessary government intervention and maintaining business transparency, ensuring that regulations do not unintentionally hinder legitimate business activities or innovation.
So we have chosen to act in this way because we feel that's the most transparent and above-board manner. It will uphold rather than diminish Singapore's consistent reputation as a hub for business that is open, transparent, and rules-based.
That Singapore remains committed to upholding our status as an open, rules-based, and pro-enterprise business hub. The same applies to MAS as the financial sector regulator. There's no change in this regard. We will continue to welcome investors with our business-friendly operating environment.
国会已经3读通过这项法案。